So obviously we cannot talk about America's Most Wanted and not bring up Triple X. You guys had some incredible tag matches, and one that still gets talked about to this day was inside the steel cage. What are some of your memories about that cage match? Could you tell that you guys were in the middle of doing something special as it was going on? And whose idea was it? And what were you thinking watching Elix Skipper walk across, getting ready to hit you with that Hurricane Rana? Because that was crazy.
I remember thinking this is going to hurt. Well, the thing is, people bring up the cage match, and I know they're talking about the sides of steel, but a lot of people forget that we had the first cage match with them back in the Nashville days, in the Asylum days. We had a cage match with them. So, and that match by far was one of our favorites up until that point, and it got a lot of attention. So when the rematch was coming about, it's really hard to try not to top it, but we knew going into it that was a hard feat to try to top it. But I think we did. We pulled out all the stops. I love that match. I still watch it today. It was a bloodbath for one. But when Elix first brought that up to me, I thought it was just so dangerous that all day I was kind of going against it. And, we talked about it a few different times, but then as the day progressed later on in the day, I went up to him and I said, "Are you sure you can pull this off?" And he had all the confidence in the world. He said, "Absolutely." I said, all right, let's do it. And then if you watch it, it looked like he struggled a little bit to get to the top. And I'm talking to Daniels. And I'm like, okay, what are we going to do for plan B? And next thing I know, though, his legs were around me. And
that brings up a question right there. As a professional, like myself, like I can't fathom it. I'm not a professional. I'm not in there. For a guy who's done this his entire life, what does it take to put that much trust in your life into the hands of somebody else? When he says, "Yeah, I can do it," what makes you think, all right, he can do it, he better not kill me?
Well, like I said, I mean, it took me all day to really come to grips with it. But you're kind of putting the trust into your opponent every time you get in the ring. Mm-hmm. I mean, no matter what you're doing, you got to. There's a certain level of trust you have to, be with your opponent, and you're taking a risk every time you're out there. But the main goal is, you want to have a great wrestling match, but the goal is not to hurt your opponent. And when he was asking me about it, I just thought that just sounded crazy to me. Now he had perfected doing it from the top rope. I don't know if you remember any of those matches, but in the early days he would do a Hurricane Rana from the top rope on the guys. So when he brought this up, it wasn't like it was completely out of left field. I knew he had done that. So but I just thought about it, and I thought about it, and like I said, we wanted to have the best match that we could, and a spectacular feat like that, I guess it was worth the risk. It paid off, man, and we're still talking about it today.